Not sure how to make this work, but you know that I got you. I just need you by my side. Will you be mine? Can't get away from you, even if I wanted to. I'ma be so good to you. You and I will see this through. Baby, I need you more than you need me, yeah. Feels like we're popping now. Changes, they're stopping now. I can't stop thinking about you. Hope you never ever leave from my side. I can't stop thinking about you.
Hey guys, so it is the 10th of February. It's like nearly 7:30. You can probably hear the storm in the background. We are in the middle of a huge storm. Um, I was just out in the rain, so I look like this. It's been a long day, y'all. A long day. I working on Monday afternoons at the moment. I normally work Monday mornings. But for the next, well, until the end of March, I have to do afternoons. And I tell you, this is my second Monday afternoon, and I hate it with a passion. So, for those of you who don't know, I work in retail, and I work in two stores for the company that I work for. One store is like a kiosk, and the other store is based inside a big department store. And today I worked inside the big department store. Now, I'm not employed by that department store. I'm employed by my company, but we rent space inside the department store basically. And this afternoon at 5:30, when we close the doors, the department store starts making announcements 15 minutes before closing to tell customers, pay for your shit and go, basically. This one woman decided no, she was going to keep shopping. And not only was she going to keep shopping, but she decided that she was going to come to me, where I'm in my own store inside the department store, because she wanted me to serve her and ask me questions about makeup and another company's clothing. And I don't work for those companies. I don't know anything about their stuff. I can't tell you anything. And I'm not going to say where I work, otherwise it'll be a dead giveaway. But what we sell is not clothes. So, and so the counter that I have, well, yes, I can process other companies' products through my counter. There are some that I cannot. Like, for instance, if it's a specialty item that has like promotions going for that particular company, I can't process that. If it's a specialty item that has that particular store's specialty security tags on, I can't process that. And this woman had multiple things from multiple stores that I cannot process. And she was getting mad at me because I was like, look, I'm really sorry, I can't process this here. You have to take this back to the store that you got it from, and they will process it. And she's like, this is ridiculous. She's like, there's no staff in here. I want to be served. And I found the lady in the area that she got the stuff from to serve her. And she's like, I can't believe there's nobody here to serve me. She's like, I've been walking around forever and I need to be served. And the lady's like, the store's closed. She's like, we closed the store 10 minutes ago. Like, we made announcements for you to hurry up and make your purchases. And this lady just didn't even care. Like, I'm sorry, but that's rude. You literally have had since 9 o'clock this morning to purchase your stuff. I don't get paid past 5:30. Nobody else gets paid past 5:30. And if I miss my bus, I only live 10 minutes away from work. But if I miss my bus, I have to wait for the next one. So by the time I get home, it's like 7 o'clock. Even though I only live 10 minutes away. because that's what public transport is like in this area. It's crap. So that just made me mad. And it's so hot and humid and gross outside, so I was mad, I was hot, and it was just a whole thing. So I'm so glad to be home, and it's raining. I love the rain though. So yeah, so that was my afternoon. I cannot wait to not finish at afternoons. I really hate afternoons. But anyway, guys, I started reading Rainy Day Kisses today. I haven't got far. I'm only on page 16, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had no idea it was a Christmas story. It's a Christmas story, or at least if it's not, it's set at Christmas time, because like literally the first page you read, it says, let me read the first sentence or the first paragraph. It's got, "It is true, Michelle. Jolene Johnson rolled her chair from her cubicle across the aisle and nearly caught the wheel on a drooping length of plastic holly. The marketing department had won the Christmas decoration contest for the third year in a row." Like, it's in the first section. I had no idea that the Rainy Day Kisses story was a Christmas story. It is what it is. I'm still going to read it, but I just thought that it would be cute because, like, Rainy Day Kisses, and we currently have rain every day at the moment, which I'm loving, and we desperately need here in Australia. So far, I can't really give you too much of an update. I don't know too much. I'm only 60 pages in, but it's cute so far. I'm slowly getting further in Vita Nostra. I'm up to page 304, and I've got about 100 pages left. I don't know, you guys. I just don't know about this book. I don't know. I don't dislike the book. I do like it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the right mindset for this book at the moment. I really don't know. It's just, I don't want to say that I'm struggling reading it, because I'm not struggling reading it. I think it's just the whole concept of this book, because it's not explained what's going on. Like, the book, like, things are happening, but you don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know. Like, this book has been so highly rated, and so it makes me like wonder, like, what is it that I'm missing about this book, because I am struggling to read the book a bit. I don't want to say that I'm struggling, but I guess I am. I'm struggling to read it. Like, I started this basically, I think I was like the 4th of January, and we're now the 10th of February, and I still haven't finished it. And I should have finished this like ages ago, but I don't know what it is, guys. If you've read this book, please, 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 please leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of this book and how you got along reading this, because I just feel like there's something I'm just not getting. I don't know what it is. Also, excuse me, there's a bloody ant. I swear, this house is impossible to keep dust out of and bugs out of. It's an old house. The doors in this house have about that much of a gap underneath all the doors, so bugs come in from outside. So we're forever trying to block off the doors to stop things from coming in. But because of the weather we have, there's ants everywhere. I was literally sitting in bed the other night, and one of those massive, big, giant black ants was just walking across my doona. I was like, where the hell did you come from? I don't know. But I've got my water, because I really need to drink more water. I've got a blood test tomorrow that I've got to do so that I can check how the medication's going for my thyroid, because I was diagnosed in November with an underactive thyroid, and just based on, I've been on the medication since November, and I am on the lowest dosage, and just based on like the results that I'm seeing at the moment, I have a feeling like she may have to up the dosage. I don't think the lowest dosage is quite enough. Like, I've seen some little changes weight-wise, I've seen a bit of a change. If you have an underactive thyroid, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But I really haven't seen too much of a change. I've cut out so much stuff out of my diet as well. And with doing that, I would have thought that there would be a bigger change in my weight, but there is definitely not. So I don't think the medication is quite enough. So I guess we'll find out. I have my blood test tomorrow. My results normally come in within 1 to 2 days, so I'll find out fairly quickly whether or not the medication is working or if we have to up the dosage or not. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's kind of really it at the moment. I have set myself some reading goals, and I've been doing this because after now that I'm keeping a bullet journal, like a reading bullet journal, I realize how much of my time I waste. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. In January, this here is I've got the days of the month here, and then pages that I've read in increments of 10. And you can see there is a bunch of days there I just didn't read anything at all. And I feel, or if I did, it was like 7 pages or 15 pages. And I feel like I only work part-time because I do have quite a lot of health issues that kind of make it hard for me to work more than part-time. So I do have a lot of time, and I think to myself, what the hell am I doing with all my time? So this month, let me see if I can flip to the right page. I am making a conscious effort to be more productive with my time. So I have actually read more. I'm already doing way better this month so far, as you can see here. I'm doing way better at my reading. There was only one day I didn't read, and another day I only read 15 pages. But besides the 15 pages, the only other shortest day I have on here was 58 pages. So I feel like that's a better use of my time. I've already completed a book this month. Like I said, I don't read like tons and tons of books, but I've already finished one, and actually no, I finished two. I finished one that I started this month, and I finished one that I started last month but didn't finish it last month. And I've got 3 more on the go. I've been setting myself goals. This is what my week at a glance looks like. I set myself goals each day based on whether I'm working that day or not. So for instance, today is a Monday, so I set my goal for 50 pages because I spend quite a bit of time getting ready for work, then being on public transport, then at work, and then waiting for public transport to come home again. So on the days that I work, I'm not home that much. So I set my goals for 50 pages on those days, and then on days that I don't work, I set my goals to 100 pages because I also do have other things that I want to do in my days. So for instance, today, my goal of 50 pages, I then break that down based on the books that I'm reading in that I have on the go. So for instance, Vena Nostra, I have 104 pages left of that to read. So I set my goal for 15 pages of that today. Now, my goal is to reach 15 pages, but I can read more than that if I want to, but I want to read a minimum of 15. Medicine Man is the next book that I'm reading. It's a romance kind of between a white woman and a Native American man. I'm not super far into it at the moment, but I am about 21% through. I'm really liking it so far. Both of our main characters, Madeline, who is a doctor, she's come onto the Lakota reservation. Sorry if I've mispronounced that wrong. And she's a doctor there, and she's helping out all of the tribes people that are currently sick. And it's quite a lot of them because they don't really have a lot of medical supplies and things on this reservation because they don't get much help from outside their community. And then Rebel, the Native American man, he is a medicine man, and he has been helping her, and they're both attracted to each other, but they're also both incredibly annoyed by each other because obviously she believes in modern day medicine. That's what she, went to school for, and she really wants to help these people, but she also really doesn't understand, I guess, the tribe as well as she probably should. Like if you're signing a 2-year contract to be there, and then Rebel, um, he wants to help her as well, to succeed and help his tribe, but he also believes in his tribe's medicine over you know modern day medicine. So they kind of clash heads a little bit over that. She doesn't speak their language, and some of the tribe don't speak English as well. So it's one of those things where I think both of them are learning to work together and learn more about each other's cultures, if you understand what I mean. So far, I'm enjoying it. I think it's great. But I haven't got that far into it yet. So yeah. So the goal I've set for that is 20 pages, and then Rainy Day Kisses. My goal for this was 15 pages, which I've already hit that goal. But I can read more if I want to. So that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I'm actually enjoying doing that. It's been actually working for me. I find once I set a goal, I'm actually actively trying to achieve it. Whereas before, when I didn't have any goals for my reading, I was like, whatever, I'll read what I read type of thing. So yeah, so that's that. And oh yes, my sock. Okay, I still haven't finished my fiance's sock yet because I put that on hold. Because I just wanted to use my new yarn so much. I've been keeping my yarn in this mecha box. The box was so pretty, and I just thought that it would be stupid to chuck it out. This is what my sock looks like. I haven't got like crazy far in the pattern, but this is what it looks like. I think it's great. I am actually not following any written pattern. I did a Turkish cast on and then just increased the toe until I got to the size I wanted. And then for the foot, which is what I'm currently on, I am creating the pattern myself. It's a mixture of knitting and purling, and it's creating this kind of ribbed effect across the front. So I am not following a pattern like at all. I'm literally making it up as I go. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea, considering I've literally never knit like a thing. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, I do have the air conditioner on. It's super hot, even though it's raining. The humidity is like, ugh, crazy. But I have my candle burning over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Yankee Candle Bakery Air. Bakery Air is one of my favorites. I love the smell of it. It just smells like a fresh bakery, basically. And I have the little lantern thing on the top because my air conditioner is literally like right behind the camera, so it blows right in this direction, and the candle would not stay lit if I didn't have that on there. So my room smells amazing. I'm going to do some reading and knitting, and I'm probably going to stream Modern Family, most likely, because I want to watch as much as that as I can before we cancel our Foxtel, because Foxtel has just turned shit basically here in Australia. They've like gotten rid of so many things, and the prices have been jacked up. They're constantly paying nothing but repeats. It's not worth the money, so we're getting rid of it. We paid up until the 16th of February, and then it's gone. And we also subscribe to Disney, which I do watch. So we have a Disney subscription. They have plenty of stuff on there for us to watch. and I can always resubscribe to Netflix if I really want to, because having Netflix and Disney is still cheaper than Foxtel. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that's everything. I don't think there's really anything else I need to update you on. Tomorrow, I am actually going to, after my blood test, I don't have an appointment. This blood test is like, it's on my street, and I just walk there, and you just walk in the door, sit in the like waiting room, and then the lady just comes out and you give her your paperwork. That's all you have to do. So you don't have to make an appointment. It's just a walk in. And I talk myself out of it because I'm terrified of needles, and I quite often pass out when I get blood tests. So cross fingers, I do it tomorrow because other treat for having to do this because I hate needles so much. I'm gonna go to the local thrift store near my house, and I'm gonna look at the books that they have, and I'm gonna see if they have any romance books. And if I can, I will bring you along and film little bits in it if I can, if it's not too busy. But yeah, you can probably hear the thunder in the background. It's raining pretty heavy. I love a big thunderstorm, but we do have severe flooding in Australia at the moment in lots of places, which is sad, because we really do need the rain. Like, this country has had such a hard go of it for so many months now. But yeah, so anyway, guys, I will probably leave it here for tonight, and I do have a new vlog up on my channel, and so when you're seeing this, you probably already watched the other one, and then I am going to be editing last week's one as well. I was supposed to edit that yesterday, but I didn't. So yeah, anyway, guys, I will see you later. Bye. Hey guys, so it is around about 7:10, and today is the 11th of February, and I've had a busy day actually. It's been a pretty good day. Today's my day off. My fiance was homesick from work today, so I didn't get really much done. I never do when he's home. But I was supposed to go get my blood test done today. I didn't end up doing that because I overslept. And I've been finding that I'm having trouble with my sleep. Like, I go to bed fairly early, but I seem to just be so tired all the time. I think that might have something to do with my thyroid issues. But by the time I woke up, because it was my day off, I was running late, and the office that I go to get my blood test done gets fairly busy later in the day, so I don't want to deal with that. I'm not a people person. So I decided that I would do that on Tuesday next week when my fiance will be at work instead of at home, and I will be able to stick to my schedule. I always find it so hard to stick to a schedule when he's home. But I went to the two different thrift stores today. I wanted to try and film a little bit in there so that you guys could see, but again, because I didn't go when I had planned, I went later in the day. It was so busy, and I'm not really comfortable filming in public, so I don't want to like pull out the camera, but it was so busy. And then the first place that I went to, there was a lady in there with her kid, and her kid was screaming so loud, and I was in there for probably about half an hour, and that kid screamed the whole time. And this lady did not once attempt to calm the kid down or anything. She just let it scream, and the screaming was so loud that it actually hurt your ears. Like, this kid was just carrying on and misbehaving, and oh my god. So I didn't film because I didn't want to get all of that on camera. But I did get some books. I don't know if you can see them on my bedside table there, but I got like 10 books, and I did do a book haul, so that'll come up on my channel at some point. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the books that I got. I have done some reading today as well. I have got a little bit further in the Rainy Day Kisses book and I'm loving this so far. I'm not that far in, I'm only like 36 pages in, but what I've read so far I'm really, really enjoying. It seems so far to be a really sweet story and I am glad that I actually bought this book. So yeah, so there's that. I don't really have much to say about it yet because like I said, I'm only 36 pages in, but I am enjoying it. Now, I have read more of this, Vita Nostra. I read about 51 pages today. I've only got about 49 pages left, I think it is, of this book. And I'm just going to tell you now, I still just don't get it. I don't know what I'm missing about this book. Like, I was so excited to read this book. I like the parts about Russia in this book, like that part, like I love. But the character herself, Sasha, I want to slap so bad. She's 19 at the point, like in the point of the book that I'm at, and she just acts like a spoiled little child, and you just want to smack her and tell her to wake up to herself. Like, she's going to a magical university, let's just call it that, and she has been repeatedly warned by her professors that she is dangerous. She's nearly killed her baby brother, she's nearly killed herself, she's nearly endangered other people, and she's been repeatedly told not to do these magic exercises without either A, supervision, or B, past where they've told her she can do up to. But she does it anyway, like continuously does it. And you would think if you're told repeatedly, don't do this or you will die, or you could have killed your baby brother, or you could have killed all these people, you would not do these things. But she just does it anyway. Like, she just doesn't listen and doesn't seem to care. And that infuriates me so much because at her age, I didn't even live at home. Like, I lived out of home. I was living with my fiance at that point. Like, I had my own job. I had bills to pay. I was never so stupid as to do stuff like stupid things. Like, if someone told me not to do something because of this reason, I wouldn't do it. And like, so the fact that Sausages was just like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna do it anyway because I can, type of thing, it infuriates me. I know I'm supposed to like Sasha as a character, but I just can't. I can't like her. I don't like her. The professors in this book, at first I didn't like them, or not to say I didn't like them, but I didn't agree with a lot of things that they said. But as you get further into the book, you start to understand why they say what they are saying, and it's for the students' safety, basically, because it's hard to describe, but basically their studies are changing them from being like human to something that's not human, and they deconstruct their, let's say, their makeup as a human being and then reconstruct themselves into whatever it is they're supposed to be. Obviously they still look like human, all that sort of stuff. Some of them have other abilities, like for instance Sasha has wings. And it's so you understand, like, as the book goes on, you then understand why the professors have said, do this or don't do this or whatever. So that part of it, I actually do like the professors. There's a couple of the other students that are in this book that I actually quite like. But Sasha, I just cannot with that girl. Like, that girl makes me want to slap her one. So I haven't finished this book, but I honestly do not think I'm going to rate it very highly, which is sad because I really wanted to love this book and I don't think I'm going to at the end of it. I just don't. And I really, really do hope the other books in the series do get translated from Russian to English, because I would love to complete the series and see if my opinion of this would change based on the other books. Like, would I learn more that makes me actually enjoy the series, or would I have the same opinion of it? But for now, I don't think I am going to love it, like, at all. So I'm kind of just at the point where I feel like reading this book has become a chore for me, and I don't want reading to feel like that. But I did spend a fair bit of money on that book, so I am reading that stupid book. And I'm sad because, like, if you go on Goodreads, there are so many people on there that are like, this is a 5-star book, this is amazing, like, I highly rate this, I recommend everyone should read it. And it's like a really well loved book, and I don't see what they're seeing. I really don't. I can't with that book. But it is what it is. Yesterday, I don't have it near me, it's out of reach at the moment, but yesterday I messed up my sock again somehow. I don't know how. It managed to start, like, I don't know what happened, but when you have, like, let's just say this is a sock, you've got your front part of the sock and then your back part of the sock. So it starts off like even, right? Because you're knitting in the round, but my sock started to go like this. So this was like, say this is the top of the front and this is the top of the back. My sock at the back started to get like this. So it was longer than the front. I don't know how it happened. I didn't know how to fix it. So in the end, I ripped the whole thing out and started again. I don't mind though. I mean, it is a little frustrating, but like I said to you guys, I'm still learning. I've literally never knit anything in my life before. So it's a trial and error for me. It really is. But I started it again and we'll see what happens. And I think I'm going to change the pattern. I think instead of having a pattern, I'm just going to do a plain vanilla sock, and just see how I go with that, and then go from there. And then this week is also Romance Week on Goodreads, because obviously it's the week of Valentines. So it's already Tuesday here, well, Tuesday night here in Australia, so I don't know how many hours behind America is, but Goodreads is American, so I'm guessing it would be, what, really, really late Tuesday, Monday night or early Tuesday morning. I don't know, but that's what it is anyway. So I'm really happy to be reading some romance books for Romance Week. But that's it, guys. That's really all I've got to update you with for the time being. I will probably update you again tomorrow, and we'll see how we go from that. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so today is the 12th of February. It's like, let's see what time it is. It's 8 o'clock at night here and it's pouring down rain, and I'm so happy. I love rainy weather. I just woke up from a nap not that long ago. I've been struggling to sleep, like, no, actually that's not true. I am sleeping, but like, say if I go to bed early and I sleep right through, say for like whatever, 8 hours, let's say, I struggle to wake up and I find that I'm really, really tired. So I'm thinking maybe my thyroid medication's not working properly anymore. But I was just so tired when I came home from work today, so I went for a nap and I slept way longer than I had intended. I had only intended to sleep for like half an hour and I ended up sleeping for like 2 hours. Oh well, doesn't matter. But I wanted to update you on my reading. So I'm a little bit further in Rainy Day Kisses. This is like the perfect book for the weather that we're having right now. This is really cute so far. I'm really, really enjoying it. And the couple in here is so adorable so far. There isn't like super lots of information for me to tell you yet because I'm really not that far into the book, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Vita Nostra, however, I'm almost finished this book. I've just got a little bit further to go, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm going to be rating this book very highly. Please, 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 someone who watches my vlogs, if you've read this, please give me your thoughts on this book. Like, tell me what you thought about it and what you rated it. If it's different to what I'm talking, like what I feel about this book, please tell me why you feel the way you do about the book, because I feel like there's just something about this book I'm just not getting, like I'm missing something. Because so many people love this book and I just am not. So please, please, please leave a comment down below and tell me what you think about this book. I honestly don't think I'm going to be rating it very highly. I've only got about 50 pages left of the book to read, so we shall see. I'm about 37% in to the Medicine Man book that I'm reading, and I am loving it. So, it is obviously about a Native American man and a white woman. And the white woman is a doctor, and she's a really good doctor in her field. And then the Native American man is a medicine man. He's also a really important artist as well. And he does make art that is about his culture and his tribe. And I feel like the two characters, so Madeline the doctor and Rebel the Native American man, he is obviously falling for Madeline, and so is she for him. And I kind of up to a part in the book where they're kind of starting to understand each other and why each other feels the way they do about certain things. Like one of the men in the tribe has prostate cancer, and when Madeline suggested to send him to the nearest city to get treatment, Rebel sent him to a sweat lodge instead, and it really upset Madeline, and she went off at him and all those sorts of things. And then the tribe's people are getting sick with some sort of flu, and she keeps trying to convince them to get flu vaccinations to help, and he keeps telling them not to get them. And so they're kind of butting heads a bit, but then they get to a point where they actually talk to one another and find out why each one feels the way they do. And Madeline's mum died of cancer, which is why she had such a strong reaction to Rebel telling one of her patients not to go through the treatment. And I guess she really hasn't dealt with her mother's death. And Rebel has told Madeline about how the reason why he doesn't want his tribe's people to have vaccinations, and he is a little bit iffy about treatments from like Western medicine, is because now please forgive me if I get anything wrong. You are more than welcome to correct me down below. I am obviously Australian, and we are not taught about basically any of the histories of Native American people here. When, at least they didn't teach us when I was in school, I know that for a fact. So I definitely don't know the full history of what happened. Of course I do know some things, but he tells her about how, I don't know exactly what year it happened, but the government gave tribes people blankets that were infected with smallpox, and that is why he doesn't trust basically Western medicine when it comes to things like vaccinations and stuff. He said to her, like, you know, by all means, if we break a bone or something, yes, I'm all for you to help, but he's like, I just don't trust what the government puts in vaccinations, which I totally understand from his standpoint. Like, he's seen his tribe's people and other tribes people go through some horrendous things due to white people. So I definitely understand where he's coming from, and I understand where she's coming from, because she saw her mum go through cancer and it was terrible, and she just wants to help people and have that so that people don't have to deal with the cancer the way her mum did. And so I see both of their sides, and I think they're both starting to understand one another a little bit more, and they're starting to develop feelings for one another, and they're learning more about each other and like each other's backgrounds and obviously cultural differences. So I'm not super far into the book, but I'm really enjoying it. I really, really like it. And I really like that there is cultural information in this book about Native Americans, because, like I said, it's just not something we've ever really been taught here in Australia. That's not something I learned in school, like, at all. It was never brought up in my education. And I have to say that I've always been fascinated with the Native American culture. I think their culture is beautiful, and I think that, of the things that I do know that happened to them throughout the years has been terrible, and it's kind of how it happens in all countries. There are always a minority that are treated terribly, and I think it's like really sad that we as people do this to other people. Like, it's a terrible thing. But I'm enjoying learning different things. I'm also enjoying the fact that Madeline, the doctor, is starting to like listen to him and try and understand where he's coming from, and lean on him for help when she needs help, because obviously she doesn't speak their language. He does. And some of the tribes people, or a lot of the tribes people, don't speak English. So it's really interesting, because I think in the beginning she came in with like this attitude of, I'm a doctor, I'm going to fix these people, which is great. She wants to help people. But I think she got too caught in that type of moment of, I'm going to fix everybody, without realizing where she was, what some of their beliefs are, and whether or not they actually wanted her to use her medicine versus their medicines, type of thing. Because Rebel is a medicine man. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I haven't got much further into the book, but I am loving it so far. And I know it's a series. I believe it's called White Sandy series or White Shores series. I'll figure out what the series. Oh, hiccup. Sorry. I'll figure out what the series is, and I'll put the name on the screen here somewhere. But yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying that. So that's kind of it for reading wise. Now, I did tell you, I think yesterday, that I started my sock all over again. I messed it up somehow. I don't know how I did it. I just did it. But this is what it looks like. I just started again. Oh my god. It is what it is. I honestly don't mind. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm enjoying learning as I go. So yeah, so I am enjoying this. I will continue to do it. I'm making some changes. So I'll probably do more of like a vanilla sock than a pattern sock, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to continue doing some reading. I do have, if like you're new to my channel and you haven't heard me say this before, I do have goals of how many pages I want to read in a day, and then I split the goals based on how many books I'm reading. So I currently have 3 books on the go, 2 physicals, 1 ebook. And my goal for today is to read 50 pages. Well, I know that doesn't seem like a lot. It is for me on the days that I work. So I give myself a lower goal on the days that I work and a higher goal on the days that I don't. So Today I want to read 15 pages of Vita Nostra, 20 pages of The Medicine Man, and 15 pages of Rainy Days, and that should be easy enough to get done. I've already read some of The Medicine Man today, so that should be easy enough to fix up, and I just have it in my bullet journal here and I mark everything down. So that's kind of everything at the moment. I don't think there's really anything else, is there? No, yeah, that's kind of all, really. I'm actually going to stream Modern Family on my TV in the bedroom so I can binge watch that, because we cancelled our Foxtel. Well, we've already cancelled our Foxtel, but our subscription runs out this Sunday, and I want to binge as much as I can before we get rid of it, because Foxtel have just got rid of so much stuff on their channels, and the prices remain the same even though they're giving you less content, and most of their content I literally watched on Foxtel 4 years ago. Like, there's really rarely new stuff on there. Everything is just repeats, so we're getting rid of it. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll update you tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow most likely. And I'll tell you how I get along with everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.